What's up, guys? We are on chapter 13 of the Bible study for my book, The One Thing You Need to Know About God. And this week is chapter 13 on patience. So I'm the bad guy that gets to preach about patience, the thing that nobody wants to hear about. Trust me, I get it. I'm not traditionally been a patient person. People in my life tell me that. I've grown in this area. So I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I just realize its importance, and so I want to talk about it a little bit in my book. So patience is one of the fruits of the Spirit. For anybody who's not aware, Galatians 5:22, it's one of the things that will manifest in your life as you have relationship and union with God, okay? You don't hear about it much because, like I said, people don't want to hear about it. They don't like hearing about patience. They'd rather hear about the 5 steps you can do to get this, and et cetera, okay? So, just so you guys know, like when I'm talking about patience, I mean, the way that I see it as, it's not like denying that certain things are going on. It's just kind of, your cares won't be on those things. I heard Greg say before, the best way to wait for something is to not even be aware that you're waiting for it, okay? So it's not denying that something's going on, but it's just kind of shifting your focus, right? So, I gave the example of, like, if you have detention, back in the day when I had detention in school, the temptation for us is to just sit there and just stare at the clock, right? And it's just ticking and ticking and ticking, and you'd feel like the detention would never end. But if you could find something else to do, or better yet, like just take a nap or something, before you knew it, boom, the detention would be over. But yeah, I mean, that's similar to what happens in a lot of our lives. If there's something that we want, our focus just becomes on that one thing, and we're always focused on what we want as opposed to what we already have, right? So, that's one thing that we want to keep in mind as we're going forward here. And then, again, the baby's getting on a schedule. I think I've used this example before, but, they say the best thing for babies to do is to get on a schedule so they know when they're going to eat, when they're going to sleep, etc. That way, they don't just throw a tantrum anytime that they're hungry. They just know, okay, I might be feeling hungry a little bit right now, but my parents are going to feed me here because 6 o'clock is coming up and that's when they feed me. So that's kind of how it is, the effect that your relationship with God will have on you. You won't throw a tantrum anytime something doesn't go your way, or anytime you quote unquote are feeling hungry in a certain area. You just know that God's going to provide for you, and you can find patience being born in you that way. Okay? And then I gave the example of me watching Michael Jordan growing up playing basketball. And how this relates to patience is, obviously Michael Jordan was really good at what he did. Okay, now I was a Pistons fan. I was growing up in Detroit, and they had a big rivalry with the Bulls, right? Even so, I would still find myself in awe of what he did on the court because obviously he was so great. And, again, how it relates to patience is God is really good at what he does. And what he does is he brings life to your situations, whether that be your job or your health, your finances, your relationship status, your marriage, your family, whatever it is. If you give that to him, if you can find yourself casting your cares on him, he'll bring life to the situation. It's just a matter of time. That's it. So, you can be in awe if you can find yourself, you can get to a place where you can just cast your cares on him through knowing him and knowing his character. You can find yourself in a place where you will be in awe of him, like I was in awe of watching Michael Jordan. And God is infinitely greater at doing what he does than Michael Jordan. Amen? So, a little bit of encouragement there for you. And then, again, just the biggest factor to, seeing patience being born in your life is just to continue in this message. If you're hearing a mixed message, you're going to be tempted to get up and start doing the work like Martha again. So, I gave the example in the book of, like, if somebody invites you over for dinner, and then they're doing the dishes and everything, and you're always wanting to get up and help them, and they say, no, just, sit down, just relax, enjoy yourself. And that's kind of what I see God doing. I feel like maybe somebody needs to hear that. It's like, God has got this, okay? Just sit down, just relax. God's got this, okay? And so that's kind of the effect that I want this book to have on you guys in general. And like I said, maybe it's a specific situation that you're dealing with right now, but hopefully you guys can get some more revelation on this, with the questions in the study guide and discussion amongst your group if you have one. As always, let me know if there's anything I can do to help, any questions you have. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.